Welcome to your mat. Today we're moving through a full body flow designed to build strength, control, and confidence. When you're ready, we're going to meet seated on the mat. So make your way to a seated position. Maybe it is an easy seat, crossing one shin in front of the other. And then rest the hands in the lap as you close the eyes and sit up tall. Begin to drop into your body, drop into your breath. And we start with just observing the breath. Following the breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. And then we'll take 3 breaths together to begin our practice. Begin by breathing in through your nose. And then open your mouth, sigh it out. Breathe in. Open the mouth. One more breath in. Sigh it out. And then close the mouth. Let the chin fall down toward the chest. And then start to roll your head, rocking the head side to side. The next time that you rock over to the left ear close to the left shoulder, stay there. Finding a stretch down the right side of the neck. Then let the chin fall back to the chest and over to the other side. Stretching the left side of the neck. And then chin returns to the chest. Pause here with chin at the chest. Keep your eyes closed and begin to lift your chin up toward the ceiling, stretching the front of your neck, the throat. Then return your head to neutral. Keeping the eyes closed, turn your palms down. Let your hands slide to the fronts of your shins. And then on an inhale, start to draw your heart forward, lift the chest. If you'd like to blink the eyes open, look up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin toward the chest, round back, seated cat position. Inhale to seated cow. Exhale to seated cat. One more round. And then draw your heart forward on an inhale. Pause here, heart lifting. Release the hands up toward the ceiling. Reach high. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms upside down. And then invite the pinky fingers back in space. Take one more breath in here. Then as you breathe out, twist to the right, open your arms. Reach out side to side. Inhale to the center, both arms high. Exhale, twist left, open the arms. Inhale, center, both arms reach high. And then cactus out the arms. Exhale, lift the heart. Drag the elbows down toward the hip points. And then bring your hands to the outer thighs. We're going to close the legs and turn to face the front of our mat if you're not already facing in that direction. With the legs closed, the knees bent generously, go ahead and point and flex the feet a couple of times. And then pause in dorsiflexion where the toes are pulling back toward your face. Finding a grounded boat pose first. Keep the dorsiflexion in the feet, heels rooted down, and then think about drawing your low belly in and up, so that root lock, Mula Bandha. Sitting up tall, the chest lifts, the arms reach forward. From here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to lean back, just your own degree. The chest is lifting. Then inhale, uprights the torso. Exhale, leans you back with control. Inhale, upright your torso. One more time, lean back. Pause here for an extra moment, hold it. Then upright your torso. Stay here, wrap your arms around your thighs, give yourself a squeeze. And release the hands. Reach the arms forward. Squeeze the legs toward one another as you start to round through your back, rounding down. We're lowering onto our back body, so take your time, moving with control. When you reach the bottom, stretch long like you're just waking up, reaching fingertip to toe tip. And then exhale to happy baby, knees outside of the rib cage. You can hold on anywhere on the legs that feels good, maybe the backs of the thighs or the calves or the sides of the feet. And then start to rock a little side to side, just massaging the low back. Release the feet to the floor for bridge pose. Reaching arms down alongside body, fingers pointing toward the heels. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, start to firm into your feet and arms. Lift the tail off the ground. Pressing into the feet to lift your hips up. And then slowly lower yourself back down. One more like that. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to firm into the feet, lift the hips. Rise to the height of your bridge. Pause here. Just breathing. Can you press the feet down just a little more firmly? Chest and chin lifting. Then slowly make your way down. When you reach the bottom, separate the feet a little wider and sway the knees side to side. Then pause in the center, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Begin to rock and roll forward and back, up and back the length of the spine 4 or 5 times, eventually making your way to tabletop position. When you find your tabletop position, we'll stack shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Spread your fingers. Begin to activate the hands, pressing finger pads down, and the base knuckle of the index finger stays rooted to the ground. And you let the center of the palm slightly begin to lift, almost like a soft suction cup. From that position, that activated hand position, we'll begin to take cow pose. Inhale as the heart nudges forward. And then exhale, rounds you into cat, push the ground away. One more time into cow, heart forward. Last time into cat. Pause here, rounding up through your spine. And then find a neutral spine, neither cat nor cow. Tuck your toes underneath. Hover your knees just over the mat. Keep your hands activated as you shift forward. Let your shoulders travel past the wrists, maybe past fingers. Shift back towards a floating child's pose, hips toward heels. Shift back forward, active hands, shoulders travel past the fingers. Downward facing dog, pike your hips up high, start to pedal the feet. Then pause in your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend right knee, open up through the hip, and then create some circles around the right hip socket. Drawing the biggest circles you can draw, just 2 or 3, and then reverse direction. Then reach your right leg high. Take an inhale, lift high onto your left toes. As you exhale, draw right knee to nose. Shift forward, hold it here, shoulders traveling past the wrist. Look off to your left, fall in triangle, kick the right leg out, slide it away. Turn front body up toward the ceiling, look up for your left fingers. And then lower down to a seat right where you are, V shape in the legs. We reach left hand toward the left foot. The right hip, or the right sits bone rather, stays grounded, and you reach right arm up and over the ear. Inhale to upright the torso, plant right hand by right hip, left arm reaches up high. We return to our fallen triangle. Press into your right hand, lift your hips off the floor. Then three-legged dog, right leg reaches high. Breathe in. As you breathe out, shift forward to your three-legged plank. Then lower your right knee down underneath right hip. The left toes leave the ground. We're in half spinal balance on the hands and the right knee. From here, turn your hands out slightly and then shift forward. We're going to take a little push-up here, bending the elbows straight back, lowering chest and chin toward the ground. Squeeze left glutes to lift the left leg. Then as you exhale, straighten the arms. Pause. Inhale shifts you forward, bend the elbows straight back. Squeeze left glutes. Exhale to straighten, push away. One more here, shift forward, bend the elbows. Pause and hold. Then exhale, straighten, push away, high plank. Shift forward in your high plank. Option to lower to your knees as we find chaturanga, bend elbows straight back. Cobra or up dog, heart forward. Downward facing dog, breathe out. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open it up, make those big circles. And reverse. And then reach your left leg high, lift high onto right toes as you breathe in. As you breathe out, knee to nose, shift forward. Hold it here, way forward, look off to your right. Fall in triangle, slide the left leg away. Turn your chest up, look for your right hand. And then have a seat right where you are. Right hand reaches toward the right foot. Left sits bone stays grounded as left arm reaches over the ear. Then upright the torso, plant left hand by left hip. Right arm reaches high, return to your fallen triangle. Lift the hips. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Shift forward to your three-legged plank. Then lower your left knee down underneath the left hip. The right toes leave the ground. Turn the hands out slightly. Start to shift forward. On an inhale, we bend the elbows back as lower chest and chin toward the ground. Squeeze right glutes. And then exhale, straighten the arms, push away. Twice more, shift forward, breathe in, bend the elbows back. Pause here, squeeze right glutes. Exhale, straighten, push. One more time. Activate the hands, shift forward, bend the elbows straight back. Squeeze right glutes. Then exhale, push away, high plank. Shift forward in your high plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, heart forward. Downward facing dog, hips are high. From your downward facing dog, lift both heels up high, bend your knees, tiptoe your way, feet to hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift on an inhale. Refold, exhale. Rise to stand, reaching all the way up as you reach the top. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms high, breathe in. Hands to heart, exhale. One more time, reach the arms high, breathe in. Hands to heart. Pause here with hands at heart. Standing on your right foot, maybe spread your right toes. Create that firm foundation in right foot. Then lift left heel off the ground. Turn the left leg out to the side, finding tree pose. You're welcome to remain here in this rooted tree, or let the left foot travel up the inside of the right leg any degree. You're welcome to use your hands for placement as well. Grow just a little taller in your standing leg. Then invite the left knee toward the front, about hip height. Pausing here for a moment. Then we start to tip forward. Warrior 3, send the left leg back in space. Firm through your standing leg. One more moment. Then land in high lunge. The left toes land at the back of your mat. Deep bend in your front knee. The arms sweep up high. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, take a twist to the right. Open the arms. Pause here in your open arm twist. Lower your back knee all the way down to the ground. Untuck the back toes. Place the right hand at the low back. Left arm reaches high, back bending. Inhale here. As you exhale, straighten your right leg. Plant your left fingertips to the ground. The right arm reaches up high. Twisted half split. Not staying. We're going to floss between those two shapes. Rebend into the front knee, right hand to the low back. Find the back bend, left arm high. Exhale to your twisted half split, left fingers to the ground. Right arm reaches. One more time, rebend, right hand to the low back. Find your back bend. And exhale to your twisted half split, left fingers to the ground. Right arm high. Then plant your whole left hand to the ground. Swivel your left shin off the left side of your mat, and then sweep your right leg toward the back of the mat, finding supported side plank. Option to stay as you are, or bend the right knee behind you for bow pose, half bow rather. If you caught the foot, gently release it, returning to your supported side plank. We all land the right foot at the bottom of the mat. Press so much into the right foot and the left hand that the left knee floats just over the mat. And then fall in triangles. Kick your left leg forward. Off the edge, turn your chest up, and then have a seat right where you are. This time we fold over the right leg. So we're going to turn our torso to face the right leg. Lift the chest, sit up tall, breathe here. And as you fold over the right leg, let the chest lead the way. It might not be far until the chest can't move forward anymore. Then you can round down. You just go to your own degree. And slowly start to walk your hands back up toward your leg. Turn to the left. Let your torso face over the left leg. Same thing right here. We're going to fold. So sit up tall. Let your chest lead. And as you walk the hands closer to the foot, the chest is still leading the way until it can't anymore. And then you fold or you round forward. And start to walk your hands back up towards you. Place both hands behind you. Lean back into your hands. So you'll press into your hands, press into your heels, lift your bottom off the ground, front body shining up toward the ceiling. And then lower yourself all the way down. Left hand stays grounded, right arm reaches high. Return to your fallen triangle, lift the hips. High plank. Plant the right hand, step the left foot back. Shift forward in your high plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. From your downward facing dog, inhale, lift the heels high. Tiptoe your way, feet to hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Rise to stand, reach the arms all the way up. Hands to heart, exhale. Stay here with hands at heart. Spread your left toes. Make a firm foundation of your left foot. And then peel the right heel up off the ground. Turn the right leg out for our tree pose. Any version of tree. You can stay here in the rooted version or choose a different one. And it doesn't have to be the same that you chose on the first side. The right knee reaches down and away, and we grow a little taller through our standing leg. Last breath. And then start to invite the right knee toward the front, about hip height. Then we start to tip forward. Warrior 3 is where we're going. Slowly with control. Reach the right leg back in space. The chest stays slightly lifted. And begin to soften the right toes to the mat, landing them at the back of your mat. Crescent lunge, the arms reach up high, high lunge. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, twist to the left, open the arms, reach out. Keep the twist, but lower your back knee to the ground. Untuck your back toes. Left hand to the low back, right arm reaches high for our back bend. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, straighten your left leg, bring your right fingertips to the ground. Twisted half split, left arm reaches up. Rebend into left knee, left hand to the low back, find your back bend, breathe in. Breathe out to your twisted half split, right fingers to the ground, straightening left leg. One more time, left hand to low back, rebend into left knee, find the back bend. As you exhale, right fingers to the ground, straighten left leg. Release the left arm up. And then stay here. Plant the whole right hand down to the ground. Swivel your right shin off the right side of your mat, and then send your left leg toward the bottom of your mat, finding our supported side plank. Option to stay as you are, or bend the left knee behind you, catching the foot or ankle for that half bow. And if you caught the foot, gently release it. We all land the left foot at the bottom of our mat. Press into the left foot and the right hand so much that the right knee lifts off the ground. Fallen triangle. Kick your right leg away. Open up through the front body. And then have a seat right where you are. This time we're going to find Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So draw the soles of the feet together. Let the knees stay wide. Hands at the ankles as you sit up tall. Feel the chest lifting. Take a breath here, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, start to tuck your chin toward your chest. And you're going to round forward. Trying to curl your spine. And you'll go just to your own degree, bringing the top of your head toward your feet or the floor. And start to unfurl, rising up. Release the feet. Plant the hands behind you. Open the legs back into your V shape. We're going to press into our heels, press into our hands, lift your bottom off the ground. Press and lift, chest lifting out of the shoulders. And then lower yourself down. The right hand stays grounded. Left arm reaches high. Fallen triangle, we return. High plank. Shift forward in your high plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, hips high. From your down dog, inhale, the right leg lifts high, three-legged. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. And then as you exhale, right knee to the right wrist, pigeon pose. Lowering the right knee down, finding your version of pigeon. The left leg might be behind you. You can settle in for just a couple breaths, maybe walking your hands back. And then we walk the hands forward. You can keep the hands on the ground or maybe lower to your forearms. Chest nudging forward. Last breath here. Then walk your hands back towards you. Tuck your back toes under. Send your right leg high, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Shift forward to your high plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. The left leg lifts high, three-legged. Bend the knee, open up the hip, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, pigeon pose to the left this time. Left knee to the outside of left wrist. Take your time to settle in. We stay upright first. Maybe walking the hands back towards you. And then we'll walk the hands forward. Any degree. Might be different on this side. You can stay on the hands or lower to the forearms. But the heart keeps nudging forward. And then start to walk the hands back towards you. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Breathe in. As you breathe out, shift forward, high plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. From here, lift both heels up high. Begin to tiptoe feet to hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Inhale to your chair pose. Bend the knees generously. Sweep the arms up. As if you're reaching your hips back in space. You know there's a chair back there somewhere. One more breath. Then forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand. Reach all the way up. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Breathe out. Stay here with hands at heart. Keep your right foot grounded. Lift the left heel off the ground. And then turn the left leg out. We return to tree pose for just a moment. Might be a different tree this time. And then start to invite the left knee toward the front. Pausing here. Warrior three. Let the left leg reach back in space. A change is coming though. From here, we're going to move into half moon. The right hand reaches down to the floor, or if you have a block nearby, that might be nice. Reaching left arm high, left leg just as active as the standing leg. One more breath. Land in peaceful warrior. Left foot lands at the back of your mat. Deep bend in your front knee. Reach your right arm up and back. Then straighten your front leg. Triangle pose. Reach the arms out to the side. Reach forward with your right fingertips and then down. Maybe to your shin or the floor or a block. Whatever supports this pose for you. And start to look down towards your right hand. We're going to switch the hands, revolving our triangle. The left fingers come down to the ground and your right arm starts to reach up high. It might be helpful here to step your back foot one footprint closer to your right foot and then one footprint to the left. So we're giving a little more space to draw the right hip back and bring our left rib cage to the right. Stay as you are. Let the back heel lift up off the ground. Lower your back knee down to the ground, returning to our twisted half split. Straighten through your left, or your right leg rather. Pausing here. Option to move straight to our supported side plank, or take the right two fingers, the first two fingers, and yogi toe lock your right big toe. Swivel your left shin behind you as we find a side plank variation where we've caught the toe, kicking toe into fingers. You can also hold on behind the right thigh. Wherever you choose, we're trying to lift the heart, create a little back bend action. And then when you're ready, supported side plank, release the right foot down to the ground. Press into the right foot and the left hand, float the left knee off the ground. Fall in triangle, slide your left foot away, lift front body up, and then have a seat where you are. Pausing here for a moment, sit up tall, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, fold right down the middle. V shape in the legs. Doesn't have to be far. If your hamstrings feel really tight, invite a deep bend into the knees. The bend in the knees gives you a little freedom to move the pelvis. If you can rock your pelvis forward and back, we want to rock it forward. And that's going to help us with this shape. Start to walk your hands back towards you. Turn to the left, plant the left hand by the left hip. The right arm is high. Return to fallen triangle, the hips lift. High plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing. Take a breath and let it go. One more time, breathe in. Open the mouth, breathe out. Inhale, lift the heels high, bend the knees, tiptoe your way, feet to hands. Chair pose, bend your knees generously. Sweep your arms up. And then can you sink the hips down just a little farther, like you're reaching back for that chair. And forward fold. Rise to stand, reaching all the way up. Pull the hands down to the heart. Keep the hands at the heart. Standing on your left foot this time, we'll peel the right heel off the ground and then turn the right leg out to the side. Tree pose, your version. Not here for as long. Grow just a little taller. Then invite the right knee toward the front. Warrior 3 with control. Take your time to send the right leg back. And start to reach your left fingers down, half moon. The lifted leg just as active as the standing leg. And then we find peaceful warrior. Land the right foot at the back of your mat. Deep bend in your front knee. Scoop the left palm up and back. Then straighten the left leg. Triangle pose. Reach the left arm out. And then reach forward as far as you can. And then down. Once again, returning to the support that you need. Fingers to the floor or your shin or block. And start to look down at your left hand. We're switching the hands, revolving our triangle. Right fingers to the floor. Left arm starts to reach up high. And then think about your back foot. Step it out to the side and one footprint closer. This lets us draw left hip back and right hip forward. Then lift your back heel, lower your back knee to the ground, straighten through your left leg, your front leg as we find that twisted half split. So your options are to return to our supported side plank, or if you'd like to hold on to the left leg behind the thigh or yogi toe lock the left big toe, finding that side plank variation with the caught toe, you can find that. Remembering to lift the chest, opening up through front body, no matter which version you've chosen. Then we all release the left foot to the bottom of the mat. Press into the left foot and the right hand to let the right leg float up off the ground. Fall in triangle, slide away, lift up, and then have a seat. One more wide V shape in the legs. Toes stay pointing up toward the ceiling. Maybe a little bend in the knees as you rock the pelvis. Next time you rock forward, stay there. Place the hands down in front of you, and then crawl forward your own degree as far as feels comfortable and supported and under your control. And start to walk your hands back towards you. Plant both hands behind you. You're going to lift the hips, press into the hands and heels. And then lower down to a seat. The right hand stays where it is. The left arm reaches up. Return to fallen triangle for the last time. High plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Child's pose. Hips toward heels. And then bring your forehead to the mat as you sink the hips toward the heels. Lengthen the fingers out in front of you. And then see if you can soften the armpits just a little closer toward the floor. And on your next inhale, start to press into your hands, pressing them into the floor. And as you exhale, shift forward into your tabletop cat position, rounding up through the spine. And find a neutral spine, neither cat nor cow. Walk your left hand under the heart. The right arm reaches high, twisting the chest to the right. Breathe in. As you breathe out, thread the needle one time, bringing right ear and shoulder to the ground. One more breath here. Then start to unwind. Left hand under the heart, right arm high. Breathe in. And then float the right hand down. Switch it out. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, thread the needle. Left ear and shoulder to the ground. And start to unwind. Right hand under the heart. Left arm reaches high. Breathe in. And breathe out, both hands to the ground. Close your eyes, cat and cow. And then pause in a neutral spine when you're done. Send both shins off to one side, and we'll meet in a seat once again, just like at the beginning of class. Keep the eyes closed and just start to return to the breath. Continue to breathe here for as long as you like, but this is where I'm going to leave you today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that this practice leaves you feeling strong, capable, and connected, and you're able to carry that with you for the rest of the day. I'll see you next time.